What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, it is the third day of May. My cat is meowing at me. I've got noises going on in the dryer in the washing room, and it's just a very hectic day today. So let's try and stay on task here. Okay, here we are at about 304 right now. 1 hour and 4 minutes left on this 4 hour period here. I am anticipating that Bitcoin has a little bit of a pullback over the weekend. Well, that about sums it up, right? So something on this kind of magnitude. I would anticipate that nothing is really safe from that, right? If Bitcoin's going to drop, likely everything will drop. There will be some that pump over the coming days and over the coming week, but I'm assuming that we're going to see a little bit of a pullback across the market. So, with that in mind, might Toshi pull back? I think yes, it might. I honestly do. We were looking for a breakout. You had every opportunity to do it. You just haven't taken it yet. You rejected your overbought zone. I think you're going to go lower to your 382. Just down to your 382, down to 3034, something like that. You're at 3004 now, so that's not a small drop, but it's nothing crazy, right? We're talking about a 16% drop. If I'm expecting that Bitcoin drops about 18 or 8%, it would make a lot of sense that Toshi drops about 16%, right? Bitcoin drops 1%, your altcoin drops 2%. That's kind of the name of the game. If you're lucky, sometimes it drops more than that. But yes, likely you will drop a little bit more than Bitcoin here. So that's the call. I don't know when that'll happen. You know, it could take a day, it could take 2 days, it could take a whole week. But I'm assuming sometime within the next week we'll see that price. I would expect that we're making some serious headway to that area by the end of this weekend. And I would prefer it, not financialize, not a financializer. I'm not saying that this is what has to happen, but I'd prefer it if we just took 2 days to rip down there, shook up the market participants, scared the hell out of you guys, right? Shake out the weak hands. That's why they call it a shakeout. Move down real fast, and then we recover real fast as well. Or we don't even have to recover fast. We just, you stop. Then you start to grow, and then we're moving up again, and then we're getting ready for that next phase up. Make no mistake, guys. Toshi has a lot higher to go. Okay, it's got a lot higher to go. Man, there was something somebody was saying about it earlier. What was it? You know, I think I was watching Lark Davis. I know I was watching Lark Davis talk about this, and he was saying that he wasn't impressed with it. But the thing is it's like, and no offense to Lark, I've been following. If you guys know who Crypto Lark is or Lark Davis, he's good. I think he's a great reporter on crypto. He's a great face and head in the space of crypto here. I just don't think he's the best technical analyst, right? That's not his forte. He's more of a news guy that's now focusing on technicals a little bit here and there, but always been a news guy. I'm more of a technical guy, and I'm trying to focus on the news, but I just say, like, who cares about the news, guys, right? Show me the charts and I'll tell you the news, baby. And he was saying that he wasn't impressed with this, but if you zoom out, and he wasn't using the right charts, he didn't see the MEXC chart that has the all-time history. If you zoom out, you're finding support, man. You got immaculate structure. You've got really great structure here. You pumped up a good bit. He was saying just because it pumped up 100% that wasn't comparable, right? There's meme coins that pumped up 500% in this time, and it's like, well, dude, this thing's a multi-$100 million market cap. The ones that pumped 500% in the same time, they were not multi-$100 million market caps, right? This thing is it's got some longevity to it versus a lot of these other meme coins. It's not just a one pump, a retracement pump, and then dead forever kind of coin, right? Even if it is, I mean, you at least got that retracement pump to look forward to, but I don't think it is. You're finding support at key areas of prior resistance, prior support here, even a little bit in that area of support right there, right? Very significant. If we're looking at this from a relative low to a relative high, you bounce right at the 786. You're back above the golden ratio. Everything about this, to me, suggests that you are going to see new highs, that you're on your way to new highs here. You do look very healthy. But first, on a daily basis here, you had every reason on this last attempt to get into the overbought zone. You didn't. You bounced off the 60 and you didn't do much with that. It looks like that we're coming down here, so you're probably going to pull back a little bit, and that's fine. You're just consolidating. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I very much do believe that you'll drop about anything from, let's say, 12% to 16% overall, and that could take you right down to 0.0003399. Something right around there. That makes a lot of sense. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but with the 382 area, oftentimes you do go a little bit below there too. So don't be too surprised if you go, just a little bit below there, but then you close back above. What we're looking for is a wick below and then a close above. The most powerful signal is whenever you bounce right off of it. So whenever you move right down and you bounce right off of it, that's the most powerful signal that you could provide. So, but even if you don't, even if you just wick below and then close above, it's a very powerful thing to find support on your 382. and move higher. So let's talk about it. Where are you going to go? Now that we've talked about where you're going to go to the downside, where are you going to go to the upside? Well, high to low here for Toshi. High to low, low. Let's see. I would expect that inevitably, I mean, you'll have your trials and tribulations, going up. But I would think, or should I say turbulations, because it's going to be turbulent. I don't know. You're going to be moving up inevitably to 0.045 at a minimum, or 1 cent itself at a maximum. This is the expectation, not by the beginning of June. I'm sorry, where I have that box is wrong. It would be more like by the end of June, early July, something like this over that amount of time. So I think Toshi is going to have a nice recovery. You're going to move down a little bit. You'll come up, you'll move up, you'll come down again, you'll move up, you'll come up, you'll move down again, and then you'll rip, you'll consolidate, and then maybe you have one last push higher, something like that. An overall nice trajectory. I don't expect it to be a straight line. I do expect there to be moments where you pull back along the way. Maybe it looks exactly like this. Put it in a picture frame and tell me how good I did in about two months, okay? But probably it won't look exactly like this. Just something, I'm drawing the highs and lows just to show you that it's not going to be a straight line. But inevitably, this path is more than doable, more than attainable and achievable by the end of June for something like this. And it's nice to see these numbers up here. It's nice to have a little box, right? Our victory box up here. We don't, right? But I'm sorry, I'm laughing just because that was from another video I did, and I don't know. It's good to make yourself laugh sometimes, man. Other people thought it was funny, but anyways, it's nice to look at the numbers. But what it means in a percentage form is about a 10x, maybe an 11x right here. 11x at a minimum from your current price is the expectation. At a minimum from your current price, an 11x is what I'd expect by the end of June for Toshi. Now, wait a second, hold on. I did say from the current price. Where's it going to go before it goes up? It's going to come down. It's going to come down a little bit. So what if, not a financial advisor, what if you don't buy here? What if you don't snag it at the exact low at the 382? Maybe it goes even lower than that, whatever. But let's just say you buy it a little bit above the 382. Well, that 11x turns into a 12.7x. That's not crazy. That's a little bit extra, right? Like if you have $1,000, an 11x is $11,000. A 12.7x, then you got an extra $1,700 right there. All you got to do is just wait a day or two to buy it cheaper, slightly cheaper prices. That's all I'm saying. I'm not. It doesn't have to happen that way, but that's just my perspective. I think. Come here, Rafiki. Stop meow. Come here, buddy. He will literally just meow until I tell him to come here. Come here. I've had a couple people ask about where they are. And for anybody who's new, my cats on the old chair that I had, they used to jump up and chill on the chair with me. Rafiki specifically, he'd come up. Come here. Let me see if I can get you here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Let's see if we can get him on the chair right now. He'd come up on the chair. No, he's like, get away from me. He'd come up on the chair just like that. He doesn't do it on this chair for whatever reason, though. So they're still here. He's always here. I'm literally like, if you ever see my arm doing this, I'm just petting them, right? I promise you, that's all I'm doing. I am left-handed. Okay, so if I'm doing this, I promise you, I'm definitely just stroking the kitty. It's nothing nefarious. Getting back to work, though, I got distracted with the cat there. Yeah, an 11x is your minimum target from the current price, potentially as much as a 25x at the maximum, and anything and everything in between is inevitably where you're going to go, I think. And of course, I do say inevitably because this is your next move. This is the victory box for the next move here. Ultimately, the glorious zone that you're going to go to is going to be, at prices that are, I think, well above 5 cents, potentially even above 10 cents or 10 cents around there. You've got a lot of growth to go by the end of this year. It doesn't stop here, but on that note of stopping, you might stop for a second. You might consolidate for a little bit over the coming days, maybe even over the coming week. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, I'm not impressed. You're at the areas to bounce from. Do you see the difference here? You bounced. Hell, you bounced here. What is this shit, huh? What is that, huh? What is that? What is that? That means lower. Rejecting the 60, finding resistance here. Did you find resistance at the 60 back here when you were building? Hell no, you didn't. You broke through it. You're finding it now. Lower you go. We'll see you down there. I got nothing else for you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and just have patience, right? Sometimes these things just need a little bit to play out. You look back, man. You look back, and you just assume this was just a straight line. Everybody who was in this had such an easy time. Why can't it be like that? And granted, it's definitely not the same pace, But there were moments where it wasn't in a straight line. There was moments where over for about a week and a half, you were just in the same exact area. There were moments from a high to a low where you dropped 44% several times, man. You were tested. Even on this, which I would say, and that was 32%, 40%, 44%. Even on this, which I think anybody looking at what we're doing now compared to this was a lot, quote unquote, easier to get gains on than this is now, right? But the thing is there's trials and turbulences every single which way that we go, and it's never necessarily as easy as it might seem. But we'll look back at this. All I'm trying to say is we'll look back at this, and it'll feel like it was faster than it was. But living through it, every single day you're being tested, and that's all I'm trying to say is have patience. Have patience. By the time that this move is over, it's going to feel like it was so easy, but you're having a difficult time right now. Maybe not all of you, but some of you might be having a difficult time, and it's because of a lack of patience. Okay, just have a little bit of patience. Things will play out. I got nothing else for you. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves.